Yung po mga members ng three leading lawyers groups dito po sa ating bansa, and another for everyone else here at the Fiesta Pavilion of the Manila Hotel. I shall be back shortly. In the meantime, I turn you over to our moderator, Ms. Chichi Fajardo Robles.
Maraming salamat, Dodi. Patuloy po tayo sa ating Bayan Batas Balita, a Presidential Candidates Forum. Friends, joining us here are panelists from the broadcast and print media as well as from the legal profession. We will begin by introducing three accomplished journalists. Please welcome columnists of the Philippine Daily Inquirer who had also served as president of RPN 9, Ms. Ninez Cacho Olivares. Another columnist of the Philippine Daily Inquirer and an author, Mr. Conrado de Quiros. We'd also like to welcome to the panel the manager of the RPN News organization, Mr. Edwin Fargas. And teaming up with our media panelists are five brilliant lawyers and a budding lawyer-to-be. Beginning with Professor at the UP College of Law, Attorney Lourdes Aranal Sereno. The editor-in-chief of the IBP Law Journal and Magazine, Attorney Leonard De Vera. The immediate past president of the Philippine Bar Association, please welcome Attorney Ruben Fruto. President of the IBP Nueva Ecija chapter and a practicing journalist, Attorney J.V. Bautista. President of the Muslim Bar Association, Dr. Firdausi Abbas Jr. And our future lawyer, President of the Association of Law Students in the Philippines, member of the UST Faculty of Civil Law, a fourth-year law student at the University of Santo Tomas, Mr. Quintin Magsico. Thank you very much. With that, I think we may begin with our program by allowing our presidential candidates their opening statements. May we call on Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been assigned 4 topics: the economy, foreign relations, peace and order, and the environment. On the economy, the road to economic recovery lies along 2 tracks. The first track is the transformation of the economic structure, and the second track is the transformation of the income distribution structure. To transform the economic structure, we must shift from low linkage-inducing activities, such as the services sector, to high linkage-inducing activities, such as manufacturing and agricultural-related development. In order to transform the income distribution structure, we must adopt as a flagship strategy rural agri-industrial development. And for this purpose, we have to concentrate and focus on the building of waterways and railways, ports, and farm-to-market roads. But in the final analysis, the economic recovery will depend on fiscal responsibility. Let us accept the truth that the misallocation of resources in society is due to the politics of patronage and, more importantly, due to the problem of graft and corruption. I submit that if a presidential candidate does not have a proven track record in fighting graft and corruption, he will not be able to achieve economic recovery. Second topic, the topic of foreign policy. Our foreign policy must input the following considerations. Number 1, as mandated by our Constitution, foreign policy must be independent of the major powers of the world. As a corollary, we must maximize multilateral fora, such as the United Nations and the ASEAN. Next, we must concentrate on the protection of overseas contract workers. Next, we must protect our natural resources, particularly our fish and our waters, from natural predators. I see that the yellow flag is up. Let me then conclude, not by quoting from the Constitution, but by quoting from the Bible. The first quote is, "Do not think that I have come to destroy the law. I have come not to destroy, but to fulfill." And the second quote is, the whole law is fulfilled in one word: love your neighbor as you love yourself. Ladies and gentlemen of the legal profession to which I belong, I submit that there is a higher law than the Constitution, and that law is the law of God's love for the Filipino poor. Thank you very much.
Will Senator Enrile please take the podium?
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen of the Philippine Bar. I'm running for the presidency of this country because I believe I'm well prepared to be a president of the country. Academically, I graduated cum laude at Ateneo de Manila, Associate in Arts. I was cum laude, salutatorian, in the College of Law, University of the Philippines, when I took my Bachelor's of Law degree. I'm a Master of Laws at the Harvard Law School, specializing in public finance and taxation. I'm probably the only candidate this year for the presidency who has handled three of the most sensitive departments of our government: finance, justice, and defense. In the Defense Department, I managed the security of this country for a period of over 17 years. Some people said that I'm not a serious candidate, but I'm telling you I'm serious, so serious in fact that today I have reached, not just passed through, but I've visited, and I know and I can describe each and every one of 328 cities and towns in the entire republic. I've seen the condition of our people, the condition of their environment, the roads, the kind of life they are living, the poverty, the loneliness that they suffer. And in fact, I'm the only candidate, I think, that has presence in every nook and corner of the land. My posters are all over the place. I'm running alone for the simple reason that what is needed today is a government of national unity. Not a partisan government, but a government that must strengthen the cohesion of the nation. In a democracy, we have a majority that rules and a minority that fiscalizes. But this is no longer the kind of democracy we have. What we have is a fragmented democracy. We are a fragmented nation. We are divided into tribes, into political parties, into sectors. And it's about time we arrest this trend. Otherwise, we will suffer the same suffering that visited other countries that involve themselves in ethnic cleansing.
Mrs. Marcos will now give her 3-minute opening statement.